Well, guys, as you can see, I'm in SSF Rise of the Abyssal because I died. Well, one of my characters died. I have like four more characters, but um, I'm glad that I can say that I have a lot of fun with this character. And well, now it's time to go and play with my other characters until they die. Because, yeah, if you're gonna play hardcore, you need to know that you're gonna die at some point. But eventually you're gonna die, or well, maybe not. Maybe you reach a really high level and you feel comfortable there. But yeah, I died at level 79. I was doing a T10 map. I think I think the combination of modifiers wasn't the best one. The map had minus maximum elemental res, and I think it was like 30% more lightning extra damage for the enemy. So yeah, the lightning got me. But okay, lesson learned. That's the fun thing about hardcore. But okay, just because I die already, I'm gonna bring you this I don't know how to call it, a showcase. I don't know. I'm gonna show you my character that actually it was doing really good in maps. Like I said, I just get too comfy. I don't know. I didn't check the mods well. I didn't think too much about the minus maximum reses and the lightning damage. I don't know, but okay. This build it's a magma barrier build, and okay, let's start. You know, with the new with the new changes of magma barrier, uh, for those who doesn't know, before, like the old magma barrier, you can, well, you could spam it. Like before the magma barrier, you was able to spam the attack, like I don't know, maybe every 1 second, 2 seconds, I don't know. It depends on the pattern attacks of the bosses and enemies. But the old magma barrier was really good because you could spam it. But yeah, the new magma barrier, now you need to wait 8 seconds, and it's mandatory. Like you can't modify the cooldown. You can't. It's impossible to modify it. So you need to wait 8 seconds now. Every attack that you want to do with magma barrier. So what I was doing, like the new, I think this is the new tech for playing magma barrier. I was using resonating shield. Um, and yeah, I was breaking armor with this, and I grabbed this node right here that makes the molten one's gift. This node basically makes the completely broken armor applies to fire damage from your impacts. So yeah, I was breaking armor, and I grabbed the avatar of fire. And why I grab avatar of fire? I grab it because I needed a way to increase my spell damage and my attack damage, because I'm using Heat of the Forge. I think Heat of the Forge it's the new tech for using Magma Barrier. I didn't test it well because I was in hardcore, and I wanted to prioritize my survivability, my defenses. So the idea that I was I was having in my mind, it was the Heat of the Forge. Like this makes you cast a fire spell when you hit with a melee attack. So that's right. It's hard to scale spell damage and attack damage at the same time. So that's why I grab avatar fire, so all my attacks do fire, and well, my spells are already fire. So I was going for mostly fire damage, but I also grabbed some AoE because the resonating shield and the magma barrier. Don't forget, my idea was making a magma barrier build, not specifically a hate of the forge build. So yeah, I was going for AOE because I want to increase the AOE of the magma barrier and also the resonating shield, and I want to increase it not because it's more comfortable to play that way. I wanted to increase it because the Heat of the Forge skill, the cast fire spell on impact skill, it's a meta skill. You need to generate energy to use it to cast your spells. So, in order to generate more energy, my thinking was like, okay, so if I need more energy, I need to hit more enemies, and I need to hit them more often. So my plan was also like going maybe for some attack speed. Here I have some skill speed because yeah, if you hit faster, you cast your spells faster. But to be completely honest with you guys, I never noticed that uh, my spells wasn't doing a lot of damage. To be honest, my spells never did some good damage, but I think that's because I never get far deep into fire damage. I really didn't pick a lot of fire damage notes, but that is because, like I said, I was in hardcore. Now I'm not, but I was, and I was going for defenses and like the close notes of attacks, or well, I mean the most closest notes of damage. Yeah, I was going for damage, and if I wanted to go for fire, maybe I could go here. It's far, but it's fire, and it's gonna affect my attacks and spells at the same time. So maybe it could be worth it. Um, this note right here, molten carapace. I really wanted to go this note every time since I started this character. I wanted really bad to go into that node, but it's hard because if you want more attack speed with resonating shield, you need to decrease the. I mean, no, you need to make your like a part of your cost of your skill. You want to make it into life, and I didn't pick the blood magic node because I was in hardcore, so I wasn't feeling um completely sure about picking that blood magic node. I mean, my character was doing okay, guys. Okay. I need to clarify that my character was doing really good. My character was amazing. Well, it still is, but I'm dead now. Um, I'm gonna try to put you some clips of maybe like some abyssals, some maps, some boss map skills. Like my character, it's crazy because I need to tell you that even if my character is like a magma barrier guy, and I'm going for AOE, or I'm trying to, um, I think the better type of damage that I have, it's single target damage. Like bosses never were a problem for me, never. But yeah, I was planning into respect this life cost nodes, and maybe put blood magic, but I need more points to invest into region and shit. But okay, I mean, I never needed to worry about my reses because Cold Stalker. Well, your fire resist applies to your other resist, so it's really nice. And I was really tanky, or yeah, I was, because these notes, the Kitaba engraving, yeah, 15% more life was really good. And also the 100% of your armor also applies to chaos damage was really good. I was feeling really safe, to be honest. I was doing some rituals, and damn, the chaos hits, they were soft. I wasn't receiving any damage from the chaos hits. Well, obviously a little bit of damage, but mostly a joke. I have 50. I mean 50. I have 27% chaos res, but I mean I have 10,000 armor applying to chaos, and yeah, I I didn't get so much lucky with the gear. I think, like for example, this shield is really good. It's really good, but as you can see, it only have four mods, because I was waiting for maybe finding some omens or some shit to make it better. But like I said, I wasn't lucky. My rings are okay, but they could be better. Well, this ring is really good, to be honest. Well, I'm using the white armor because of the Smith of Kitab Ascendancy node. The helmet, it's level 36, but yeah, I mean, it gives me a little bit of life, a little bit of chaos res, a little bit of strength and intelligence, that it's really important for my build, because I am using spells. So yeah, I need intelligence to increase the spell level skill. And yeah, the armor was really nice. Yeah, I never got lucky finding a better armor helmet than this. So yeah, I could find better armor, right? Like I'm level 79. At that point, I surely can find a better gear, but I didn't get too lucky. I mean, obviously my gear it's good. It's good, but it needed. I mean, I need some update. But okay, my gloves have the 1+2 melee skills, because the resonating and the magma barrier. My ami, my amulet have well, the 20% more armor. It's nice. I have +2 to melee skills. The precision, the accuracy, it's also really nice, because e- even if the magma barrier and the resonating shield are considered melee skills, they need accuracy. They need precision. Um, you know,
This is not the
oh,
place for violence.
I can't attack here, but they have like range. They have AOE, right? So if you wanna hit from far away, you need precision or accuracy, however you wanna call it. And well, this build is nice. I have like fire and chaos res, lightning res, fire res, a good amount of life. Yeah, my build was nice. My charms, I didn't have a lightning charm in the map, but I mean, I think it's useless anyway to have a lightning charm. I think I could die anyways. My weapon. Okay, so I think personally, I think that if you want to play Magma Barrier and you want to play it with this tech that I'm using, I think you need to look for 3 mods on your weapon. Well, maybe 4. You need. I think the most important one could be +2 melee skills. I think the second most important is elemental damage with attacks, and the third one, that I think it's mm, more specifically for this cast fire spell on him. But I'm talking about attack speed. Like I said before, if you hit more often, you cast your spells more frequently. So the fourth one, I don't think it's like uh, completely necessary, but I think if you have fire damage, maybe it's nice. I'm not sure. Maybe it is. I'm not sure if that fire damage also applies to resonating shield, because resonating shield attacks with your shield. So you know what? Maybe the fire damage is completely useless. I'm not sure about it. Oh, and yeah, maybe the precision, maybe the accuracy also applies to resonating shield and magma barrier. I'm also not sure about it, but okay. I mean, accuracy is nice also, I think. And those are the yeah, I would say you wanna have three modifiers specifically mandatory in your weapon: plus two melee, elemental damage when attacks, and attack speed. I mean, yeah, attack speed is it's maybe it's not that necessary. Obviously, it's more important to have plus two melee and elemental damage. And I also have this rune. I don't know. I mean, it's a rune. You know, the rune that you get into all the items. The rune that gives you 30% more elemental damage with attacks. Well, I put it in my weapon also, and yeah, that's really helpful. That helps a lot. So yeah, I also could have more luck finding plus two melee skills into a one-handed weapon, and maybe find more a higher percentage of elemental damage with attacks in other weapon. But yeah, I was maybe I wasn't lucky enough. I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying because my character, I'm completely happy with my character. It was safe, fun, tanky. The single target was crazy. If I only had more AOE, the clear could be amazing too. I believe. But yeah, I think it's time to make videos of other characters that I have, and I want to show you guys. And well, now I only have two characters in maps, and I think I have two other characters in the Act Four maybe. So yeah, I think you're gonna see some crazy things later, but only if I get lucky with the gear. Obviously, obviously, yeah. But okay, I already showed you my tree. You know, here, hit of the forge, fire damage spells. Even if Ada don't do enough damage, maybe they help you to burn enemies, to ignite enemies. They could be helpful for that, because you know this node that makes you able to do more damage with impacts to against ignited enemies. This node also does the same. Oh yeah, what a fucking imbecile! I forgot to talk about this node and why it's a really good synergy with Smith of Kitava. Well, yeah. So I wanted to go for more fire damage to my build for increasing my attack damage and my spell damage at the same time. So this node basically it's like, oh no, it's right here. This node it's like it reflects the ignites that you applies to enemies and reduce the ignite effect on you about 40%. And this node right here, it increases your armor by 50% while you're ignited. It also gives you plus two to, I mean plus two, 2% more maximum fire resistance while you are ignited, and also increases your damage 50%. Well, sorry, increases your fire damage 50% while you're ignited. So this node it's really good for magma barrier. Well, at least the play. I mean, at least the play style that I'm going with also fire spells. So yeah, I honestly wanted so bad to go here, but like I said before, I needed to go for other closest things. And I mean, I'm going the opposite way right here. But the breaking armor like also increases the fire damage from impacts. Is really good for my build, and also I needed more fire penetration, more damage with impacts against united enemies. Yeah, so you'll see, you'll see in the clips, you'll see. I mean, my build was doing really good. Oh yeah, and I also was going before I died. I was going for greatest defense node. Your attack damage increases 4% for each 75 armor and evasion that your shield have. Um, yeah, I mean it's really good. It's a really good node, at least for my build. You know, you're using shield skills, so you always want to be using a really high armor shield. So yeah, it was really nice, but I didn't pick it. I died before I pick it. I was thinking about picking this node, going AOE here, going AOE here, more armor here. Yeah, I had a lot of ideas in my mind. I also noticed that here there's a attack and a spell damage at the same time, and it's really close to. Um, well, it's really close to armor, and also applies armor to cold damage. So yeah, I mean, I was thinking about also picking this damage for attacks and spells at the same time. I mean, this is really easy, guys. Like, if I was playing softcore, I could say fuck all the defense, fuck all the cost of skills. I need more damage. With more damage, I'm not gonna need to spamming my skills, and I'm not gonna care about the cost of them. I don't care about defenses. Yeah, yeah. Like I mean, it's really easy, right? Like you can see the fire damage nodes, you can see the AOE nodes, you can see the attack and spell damage. It's I mean it's easy, it's easy. Yeah, so my build, maybe it wasn't fast enough, maybe it wasn't efficient enough for the softcore playstyle. But I mean, in softcore you want to be efficient, right? You want to farm, you want to get currency, you want to find good items or maybe craft them. But in hardcore, well, at least the majority of players in hardcore wants to stay alive, want to avoid dying, and I think that's even more present in SSF, like hardcore SSF. So yeah, I think I like to play ethical builds. I mean, obviously there are some exceptions, but I think this is an ethical build, and it was fun. It was fun. It was comfortable. It was nice, and I would love to play it again. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna level up a Magma barrier character again. But yeah, it was complicated, but I was having fun, and I recommend it. I recommend it if you can make a better tree than I did. If you can get better gear or you have some good ideas, yeah, maybe you can go for the fire damage. Maybe oh oh my god, I forgot it again. Well, the note that makes you ignite yourself, like reflects the ignites that you applies to you. It's really good with this made of Kitava because you have this note here, heat proofing. The ignites doesn't affect you. Like you I think you get ignite, but it doesn't do damage to you. So if you're playing this Mid of Kitava Ascendancy, you basically can um, gain a lot of fire damage without any downside. And it's nice. It's nice. So um I think I already showed you here I have a lot of defense, strength. Why not? Um, okay, here damage, damage, damage. Utility. Yeah, I would say utility. Life regen, elemental damage, and well, fire damage. Here, this fuel defense, defense, damage, defense, damage, and damage. So yeah, I think I already show you and explain to you all the things that I wanted to in my tree. Don't forget it. You can get a lot of fire damage and a lot of armor tree and even maximum fire reses for free with this node of this Smith of Kitava. So yeah, I think that can be really good for Magma Barrier. I think it's Smith of Kitava. It's gonna be the best character now to play Magma Barrier. But yeah, and also don't forget I was using Avatar of Fire to make damage with all my attacks. So I was igniting a lot. I was all of my damage was fire. So yeah. Well, now let's talk about my skills. Honestly, don't take too serious the um, hit of the forge in my build. Like I said, I wasn't doing any damage with my spells. At least maybe they were um, igniting enemies. But to be completely honest, I'm not sure. Here I have Fireball. I have Rupture. Maybe it's called in English Rupture. The spell that gives you elemental infusions. It can give you lightning, cold, and fire infusions. I have unlimited energy too. I have energy retention. It should be called in English that way. I wasn't using my basic attack. I wasn't using it. Maybe you could. I'm not saying you. I'm not saying that you can't. Maybe you can use volcanic. Well, I'm not sure how this support gem is called in English, but this support gem basically what it does it's when you hit an enemy that it's ignited. It like it shots for projectiles. I think of fire damage, and yeah, it's nice for some builds. It could be nice. I'm actually using it on one of my builds that I'm planning to level up onto maps, and I'm having fun with that guy too. Yeah, I was really pushing hard with my Magma Barrier Cap character into maps because I wanted to found a specifically type of gear so bad. I'm trying to craft something and I needed more currency and all that shit and yeah, I also wanted to desperately grab this node, this self immolation. I wanted to grab it so bad, but yeah, that's why I was leveling really hard with my Magma Barrier character. But okay, let's continue. In my resonating shield, I have this support gem. I don't know how it's called in English, but it gives you 100% more ailment threshold and 50% more stun threshold while you're using this skill. I was using magnified area 1, rapid attacks 2, and armor demolition 2. I I think that my clear it could be better if I'm using armor explosion. You know, the support gem that when you break an armor enemy, it generates like a fire damage explosion. I think that support gem for resonating shield, it can be really fucking good for clearing. I never tried, and I also never tried because I mean I have the note that the completely breaking armor also applies to fire damage with impacts. So yeah, I wasn't feeling the necessity of using armor explosion, but I truly believe that if you put armor explosion, you're clear. It's gonna be really good, at least better than mine. But I mean, don't, I didn't feel honestly like the necessity of worrying about my clearing. I said, I was feeling comfortable with the clear that I have. I mean that I had. So yeah, I think maybe with armor demolition too. I I was doing some synergy with scavenge plating because yeah, I mean I'm a warrior. I'm a smith of Kitava. 100% of my armor applies to chaos damage from impacts. So yeah, I wanted to stack armor. So I was using scavenge plating to stack armor, and resonating shield always helped me a lot to always have the scavenge plating charges up. And yeah, yeah, that's why. Basically, that's why. And in magma barrier, I have exploit weakness. I think maybe it's called that way in English. The support gem that consumes the completely armor breaking from an enemy to increase the damage of the next hit, like 40% more damage on your next hit. I was using also a, well, I don't know how it's called this in English, but I think if you see the image of the gem, it's really recognizable. You know, 25% more elemental damage with attacks. Um, fire adaptation, 25% more fire damage, but 50% less fire damage. I mean, 50% less cold and lightning damage. I was using fire mastery. So yeah, that's another reason of why I was using in my resonating shield explore. I mean armor demolition too, because I want to consume the completely armor breaking in order to increase my magma barrier damage. And yeah, so if I'm gonna remove the armor break effect from the enemies, I want to apply that again really fast because, like I said, it also helps me to stack armor and all that shit, all that shit, to do more fire damage with impacts because of the Molten One's gift node. And oh my god, damn, I never put an additional support gem in my walls. Fuck. Maybe I could avoid dying if I put like a rapid attacks or a skill speed in my walls. Damn. You see, guys, learn from this. Learn from this. Never get too comfortable. I don't know. Oh, I had like five greater jeweler's orb in my chest, and I never put an additional support gem in my walls. Damn. Okay, okay. Well, here in my walls, I have um weight. Maybe it's called weight in English. It gives you 30% more physical damage. Well, 30% more maximum physical damage with impacts. I think I think that maybe this doesn't affect the skill. Okay, let's see. Okay. No, it doesn't. Oh my god, I also forget to change the useful support gems on my walls. Well, the useful or the useless, whatever you wanna say it. But damn, maybe maybe since I pick Avatar Fire, mm, yeah, this physical damage support doesn't help. It doesn't help. I was basically using a two supporter gem shield wall, and that's crazy because my shield wall was doing tons of damage, tons of damage. Well, okay, let's continue. I have also a fire adaptation here in my walls, and I also have these again 25% more elemental damage with attacks. In my infernal cry, I have well, this this support gem helped me a lot with clearing sometimes. This is a level 1 support gem. This consumes the completely armor breaking from the enemies and gives them like a hit, like a hit of, I think maybe it's fire damage based on the amount of armor that you break. So yeah, it helped me a lot with maybe white mobs or crowds of a lot of enemies. I didn't use it a lot because I honestly never need it. Like, and also the infernal cry cost is it's high. So yeah, but it's really good anyways. Um, okay. Yeah. I also was using this. It's like a support gem that it's specifically for war cries. I mean, this is not important, but okay, I'm gonna say it anyways. It says it have 25% chance to not count the attack that you're increasing. I don't know the term of that in English in PoE too. But yeah, the war cries increase the damage of the attacks. So however it's called that. In scavenge plating, I only have like cooldown. Well, it's not cooldown; it's duration effect. I have 35% more duration effect. So yeah, 35% more uh, time with my armor stacked. I never look at it in maps, but maybe if I stack all the charges of scavenge plating, maybe I was reaching like 16,000 armor. I think. Yeah, I think maybe I check that after I kill Chim Chim in maps. Maybe in that clip you're gonna see it. And I also have a Barbary. I don't know how it's called this gem in English. Maybe it's Barbary. This a spirit gem that increases the effect of rage. But yeah, you lose 0.1% of your life per second per each rage charge. But I mean, the rage, it was really helpful for damage and also for defense. This Vengeful Fury. This node basically helps you to stack armor with rage. So I don't know if Barbary increases the armor because it increases the rage effect. I don't know, but I mean, anyways, I was getting hit, so I was stacking my fury and I was getting defenses. That's all it matters. So yeah, it's more damage. It's more damage from rage. So well, I think that's all. I'm sorry that I couldn't reach a high level enough to show you how could how good could this build be with the self immolation node with molten carapace and molten bang, and the combination of that with heat proofing. I think it could be really powerful and really beneficial for this specifically tech of magma barrier, that you want to all your damage scales based on fire damage, so you can increase your spell and attack damage at the same time. So yeah, I didn't reach that point. I'm not sure if this molten one's gift, it was maybe worth more worth it than self immolation. I don't know if self immolation and molten carapace are more worth it than the molten one's gift, or maybe molten one's gift it's more worth it. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But I obviously picked this node of Smith Master's work. I picked this node obviously like at level 72. Like I was doing my third lab, my third ascendancy, and I think that's why I never get to this point, to this node, because I was breaking armor already. So at any point of my build, at any level of my build, the molten ones gift um, actually it's beneficial. Like at any point, because since level 16, level 14, maybe level 20, I don't know. Since that point, I am already breaking armor. So I already built my tree in that way, far from here. I mean, far from there. So I got the opposite way because yeah, I was breaking armor already. So I wanted to get benefits from it. And yeah, I when I reached my third ascendancy and I could put the heat proofing node, I wasn't sure. Like at that point, I wasn't sure if the molten one gift it's more powerful or less powerful than these three nodes. I wasn't sure. So I don't know. I was like, okay, if my character is working, if my character it's doing really good, I don't know if I should remove what it's making it function. So yeah, yeah, that's why I was basically trying to reach a higher level so I can reach these nodes. But but yeah, I died. I died. But I mean, the potential it's there. The new tech for magma barrier it's there. It's interesting. And I mean, I believe that the old magma barrier players that obviously tried magma barrier when it was the other way before. I think that we really miss the magma barrier, but there are some good changes to it. Like something that makes the old magma barrier like uncomfortable to play for. I mean, how could I say it? I'm basically trying to say that the old magma barrier have a skill issue thing. Like with this new magma barrier, you don't really need to be good to use it. Like if you used magma barrier before, like the old magma barrier, you know what I'm talking about. You know it. Like it was the most similar thing to be playing Sekiro in Path of Exile.
But now you only
This is
need
not
to
the
raise
place
your
for
shield,
violence.
and every 8 seconds it's gonna hit. Like you don't need to do anything complicated. You don't need to parry nothing. You don't need to calculate like with precision, like a really close window time. I mean window, like time window. I don't know. That's a term in Spanish. I don't know if in English. Time of window time. I don't know. But you know the old magma barrier have like this. You needed to hit like in 0.5 seconds the hit, or you miss. You could miss it if you didn't hit that. So yeah, I mean this new magma barrier, it's tragic. 8 seconds, it's a lot. The fact that you can't do nothing to reduce the cooldown, it's tragic. It is. But I mean, playing with playing with resonating shield, it's not that bad. And even if we check these notes right here, um, penalty with raised shield. Yeah, with these notes, if you grab these notes, you basically can play with resonating shield, and you're gonna have the movement penalty with raised shield reduced. Like you could be moving at normal speed maybe, or close to it, because for those who doesn't know, I mean who doesn't know, armor puts you like a penalty on your movement speed. The body armor. Okay, so look here, look down and left. There, it's my like my modifier of movement speed. It's plus 1.2%. So if I take my armor off, it's 6.7%. And if I if I take my shield off, it's 4.5%. So if I take both away, now I have my 10% more movement speed that my boots are giving me. So yeah. I mean, I don't know if I mean, I know that my movement speed, it's also gonna be affected if I'm using maybe energy shield or maybe evasion. I believe that all the body armors and all the shields puts you like this movement speed. I mean, movement speed penalty. But I don't know if by the fact that you're using armor, maybe it's like more heavy or something, and maybe the penalty of movement speed it's higher. I'm not sure. But I mean, fuck, bro. Like I have 10% movement speed in my boots. It's not good. I know 10%. It's not good, especially for the level that I was. That's what I'm saying, that I didn't have good luck with the gear. But bro, from the 10% more movement speed that I have, I only have 1.2% more movement speed. Like what the fuck? And if I'm using resonating shield, maybe I go slower. So fuck. But yeah, like I said, you can grab this penalty with movement penalty with raised shield, and you can make it more comfortable. And I also believe that maybe you can make another play style of resonating shield. Well, no, another playstyle for magma barrier. Maybe I thought about this. I thought about this before, but I wasn't feeling good, good enough for trying it. But I feel that maybe you can do some thorns with magma barrier and resonating shield, like type build, type build. Because with my build, I was playing with Shields, Infernal Cries, and Resonating Shield. Those were my main skills. But maybe, just maybe, you can't avoid using the walls. I mean, you know what? That sounds like a bad idea. The walls give you really good boss damage, but like I'm trying to say, maybe you could have more clear or even more damage if you have this movement penalty with raised shield nodes, and if you put these avatar fire nodes, and if you put these more fire damage with impacts against ignited enemies, I think you can do a really interesting like a combination with thorns and resonating shield and magma barrier. Like yeah, so for example, my build. Um, okay, so basically, if you're using a shield skill like resonating shield, you want to have a stone threshold. You want to have a stone enough stone threshold to don't get like heavily stunned. But obviously I picked some, but I didn't pick so much. This node, dot, yeah, I mean this node by its own does the job. This node it's really good for like stacking a stone threshold without stacking it. Like you gain 30% more stone threshold, like based on the armor of your gear. Like I think basically the more armor that your gear have, the more stone threshold you have. So you don't necessarily need to to stack stone threshold in the tree if you pick this node. But yeah, I mean, I'm saying that maybe if you do like a different playstyle for magma barrier, maybe you can have more stone threshold, the penalty movement, like I said, the more damage with impacts, fire and that shit, with thorns. Like maybe you could be fucking walking, like spamming resonating shield in a map, and everything is dying, everything it's hitting you. You're igniting enemies with thorns, and when they are ignited, your thorns impacts does more damage, you know, because you're gonna go fire damage. And also the if you combine these three nodes and the heat proofing node of the Smith of Kitava, yeah, yeah, like I think you can do a crazy thorns build of fire damage, like a crazy avatar fire thorns damage build without any uniques. I mean, I know that there are some people that maybe already did avatar fire thorns build, or maybe like a fire thorns build, but I think they use uniques, and I don't like that. Like for example, I love thorns, but it's mandatory to use the crown of the Pale King. I mean, I'm good with that because it's unfair. It's unfair that you need to you need to use a unique to make useful the thorns nodes in the tree. I don't like that thorns doesn't apply to range enemies, like range hits. I think that Crown of the Pale King shouldn't exist. I think that you should be able to make thorns damage against range and melee enemies, and not only melee. But yeah, I mean that's good. I mean that's good. That's why I'm good with using Crown of the Pale King for thorns. But usually I don't like builds that requires you to use a unique for function or for being better. I honestly enjoy like making builds that you can make with rare gear and only the creativity of your tree, of yeah, of your passive tree, or even of your ascendancy. So yeah, I think that if you want to do avatar fire Thorns build. Smith of Kitava could be crazy, for the hit proofing node and the combination of those three fire damage nodes that I showed you so many times already, and resonating shield, and I think these nodes are new. At least I don't remember that we had these nodes before the movement penalty with Race of the Shield. So yeah, maybe I could try to do that build at some point, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna try to make it this build in this league. But yeah, that's also a interesting idea. I don't know. I just wanted to share that with you, and I think I'm gonna keep playing with my other characters, and see you later, guys.
Protection!